Buongiorno, Italy. I should mention that it was our trentanove, 39th country to appear in the analytics. Giacomo Benni would be proud. Today you will hear a dumb birthday game from July 9th, 1995, which I've titled A Jar Full of Mason. The players: Larry from Hopedale, Rick in Merrimack, Mass., formerly from Middleton, Claire from Lawrence, Ken Newman in traffic, and Hope Schauer producing and playing in studio. Birthdays: John Tesh, Tom Hanks, Jimmy Smits, Brian Dennehy, Ed Ames, Kelly McGillis, O.J. Simpson, Fred Savage, and then there were actually birthdays that were not used: Lee Hazelwood, Debbie Sledge, James Hampton, Mitch Mitchell, and Jim Kerr. Dead birthdays: Elias Howe. Episode 243, A Jar Full of Mason, seals its way to your ears in 3, 2, and 1.
Let's see, you're in Hopedale, rather. I forgot. Now, where is that?
Oh, no?
Yes, you're on...
Hopedale's right next to Milford and Bellingham.
Okay. So you're Milford and Bellingham.
And Franklin area.
Okay, so you're kind of southwest of Boston or someplace around there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you played the game with us before?
Once before.
Once? How did you do? Did you do okay?
Yeah, pretty well.
Okay. As you know, the winner, the person who comes the closest to the most number of correct answers, most birthdays, wins really practically nothing. So even if you win or lose, you don't really gain much. But we just...
One anyway.
That's right. We sit around here and we giggle a lot and just have so much fun. Mm-hmm. We have Rick, who's in the town of Merrimack. Is that Massachusetts or New Hampshire, Rick?
Yes, it is, Norm.
Massachusetts?
Yes.
Okay. You very rarely run into people from Merrimack. It's kind of secluded there.
Yeah, it's kind of snuggled up here, but it's a nice little town. I used to live in Middleton.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I still work down that way.
Oh, do you? And you moved up to Merrimack?
Yeah.
Do you know what the population is of Merrimack?
I think it's around 4.5.
You're a little bit, we kind of climbed up to about...
Yeah, it's really developed down there.
Yeah, we're about 6,200 now. We're a mighty metropolis.
Yeah, it's growing.
We have traffic lights and everything.
Yeah.
Now, I can't bear it. Even lights that say this lane for a left turn and all kinds of things we never would have dreamed of before.
Yeah, that square area is really taken off.
There's a family in Merrimack. I'll see if before the end of the year if I can think of their name. One of whom got into broadcasting, and I knew him when he was a young guy just thinking of it. And he went out to the West Coast. Anyways, that was the first time I'd ever even heard there was a Merrimack.
Yeah.
Even though it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's nestled between Haverhill and Amesbury.
Right, yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much. We're delighted that you're playing the game with us. Thank you. We have Claire, who is in Lawrence, who is not too far away from Merrimack. How you doing, Claire?
Hi, fine, Norm. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. Have you played this with us before?
No, I haven't. I play with you a lot. You know,
what
on the air, but, I just hope I do as well off the air as I do on.
I don't know, Claire, that what you just said was just so exciting.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
You haven't played this game with me, but you play with me a lot anyway. What the heck?
That's right.
Okay. We have also our traffic guy, who is Ken Newman. Hi, Ken.
Hello, Norm. Hello, everybody.
Oh, He came on just a casual. That was really nice the way you did that.
It's a technique I've been perfecting.
I know that you're perfected in the Punjab. You first began talking like that. I'm glad I said that because that's I've been greeted with just all kinds of excitement. Anyway, let's go to Hope Schauer. Maybe she can rescue me from this.
I'm always exciting, I think. Maybe.
No, she's not rescuing me at all. Okay, anyway, I'll give you guys, and girl and woman, a chance to guess the ages of people born in this state. Does that sound like an exciting concept to all of you? Let's hear it from you.
That sounds good.
Okay, that's good. We have an exciting group here. That's good. Okay, today's the birthday of John Tesh. Do you know John Tesh?
The host and musician.
That's right. He's the host of Entertainment Tonight. That's correct, Hope. He is also a musician and composer.
With Lisa Gibbons.
That's right. He was, and now she's sort of soloing. But you know about Lisa Gibbons anyway because you were on her show.
Oh, yes. Intimately.
Also, he was one of the 1992 Olympic commentators. He's married to Connie Selica, the actress, and he's performed some of his piano things with fairly good-sized orchestras and stuff. Yeah. It's so he's the guy. Anyway, John Tesh reminds me very much of myself. Good-looking, talented, and kind of debonair. Yeah. I look in the mirror, and looking at him is like looking in the mirror.
Yeah, you're like twins.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, what do you think? How old do you think John Tesh is on this day? He was born July 9th.
I wouldn't even know to start with him, but...
Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you know John Tesh?
No. I'm going to take a wild stab at about 61.
About 61. Oh, okay. And Rick in Merrimack, what do you think?
I'll say around 44, Norm.
44. Okay. What do you think, Claire?
Oh, I think 57.
50. We have a wide range here, don't we? Hope, what do you say?
I'm going to say 38. And he toured with a group. Now, what group was it? I can't remember, but it's a big one.
He toured with a group.
As a keyboardist. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a classical group, a rock group?
Rock.
Rock group?
Yeah.
Beach Boys, something like that.
You think? I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I'm hoping for...
You brought it up.
I know.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she knows what she's talking about.
This is true.
Don't push it.
True.
Ken, what do you think?
I think he's probably 40.
40, okay. Actually, he's 43 years old today, July 9th, yeah. He's 43. I think Rick from Merrimack said 44, and he came the closest. See how easy this is, Rick, to win?
This is simple.
Yeah.
I'm really taking off.
Within the next few weeks, you'll be getting one of our gifts, and you'll say, Jesus.
Well, it's just beginning.
Yeah.
That's why give it to me too soon.
No, and also it may encourage you to enter contests where they really have prizes that are worth winning. Today's Tom Hanks' birthday. He's a guy, one of the most successful of all actors. Last 3 movies, the Apollo movies, and now it's got some great reviews. Well, sort of generally great reviews. He was in it's doing good business. Philadelphia before two pictures ago, and the last one, of course. Forrest Gump. I mean, he just can't miss. He was born in Concord, California, which is up in the San Francisco area, north of San Francisco. Appeared in Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd in that movie. Received the Academy Award nomination for Big, a comic fantasy about a 12-year-old who wishes to be big and suddenly finds he's grown into a 35-year-old. Other films include Punchline.
I liked that movie, actually. It's a kind of an obscure one. I thought that was real good.
Punchline?
Yeah.
That was when he was a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Was that with Sally Fields?
Yep, that was that movie. I don't know many people who have seen it, but I saw it, and I don't know how I came to see it, but I just sort of saw it by accident. I liked it.
It's been on TV a few times.
Oh, that must be it. I saw it in the theater, and I know that it wasn't there for very long.
No, it wasn't one of the most successful movies. It was about both of them training to be, stand-up comics and stuff. He was in Turner and Hooch. Was it Hooch who was the dog?
Yeah.
Joe versus the Volcano. It's kind of funny when you think of the movies he's been in lately that have been such tremendous hits. To remember some of these other things that he was in.
What about Splash?
He was on TV too, right? He dressed up as a woman.
Oh, that's right. What was the name of that? He was in drag during that thing.
Oh, that was that. Yeah.
The Hasty Pudding.
The sitcom.
Bosom Buddies.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's probably his first break. He was in Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, it was sort of a good movie, except he was in some scenes, and who was the woman? Was that
Meg Ryan?
Meg Ryan, yeah. And they were not. Were they in any scenes together, or just very briefly?
End.
Just very briefly, yeah.
Yeah, just at the end.
It was kind of like they made 2 separate movies.
Yeah, that Cary Grant movie. It was based on that.
The one where they meet at the Empire State Building?
State Building, yeah. I can't remember the name of it. Deborah Carr and Cary Grant, I believe.
Yeah, I don't recall what movie you're referring to, but
they talked about it all during Sleepless in Seattle, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was also in A League of Their Own. Remember, he was the manager of the women's baseball team.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
There's no crying in baseball. You don't crying. I thought that.
If you're a Red Sox fan, you cry.
Yeah, I know it. But you don't cry if you're a player for the Red Sox. I didn't think. I thought that was great, and that line was funny. Plus the ones that we have mentioned. The other was Philadelphia, Forrest Gump.
You forgot about the classic.
Splash.
The Bachelor Party.
Oh, Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
And Splash. The
Oh,
mermaid.
yeah, Splash.
Yeah, he's been in a lot.
Oh, was he in Splash also?
Yeah. With,
that was John Candy.
Yeah, him and John Candy.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the woman who was the mermaid?
She went out
Daryl
with...
Hannah.
Yeah.
Daryl
Kennedy
Hannah,
girl,
that's right. He has done a ton of things, hasn't he?
He's amazing.
Yeah, he is amazing. You'd think he was 150,000 years old, having done all that. But, of course, our job is to guess how old he actually is. What do you think, Ken?
Well, probably not quite 150,000. But let's see. Probably 40... I don't know, I'll go with 43.
43. Hope, what do you think? How old is Tom Hanks today?
I'm going to go with John Tesh's age or something like that. 44.
44.
Something
Okay. What do you think, Claire?
I think he's 41.
41. Okay. Rick?
I'm going with 39.
You're going with 30. Let me see. If I can jot this down. You see 39. Yeah. Okay. Larry, what do you think?
I'm going with 38 now.
38. Okay. He is 39, so you both came very close. In fact, everybody came within a reasonable area. But Rick, who's now got 2 out of 2.
He's only 39. Wow. What year was Bosom Buddies in?
That was the early 80s.
Early 80s. Okay. So he was he was in his low to mid 20s at that time. Yeah.
Boy, what a career.
Yeah.
It is a heck of a
He could
career.
get a Lifetime Achievement Award at 39.
I know it. By the time he's 45, he'll probably be in the old actors' home.
There you go.
That's incredible. Jimmy Smits, also from L.A. Law and NYPD. Birdland. What was that? Was that a movie?
Yeah.
Birdland? Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, no, it says TV's Birdland. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking of the movie on Charlie Parker, who's known as Bird. No, I don't. Birdland was a TV show also, but he's been in films. Mi Familia. I don't know that one at all. Cisco Kid. But anyway, Jimmy Smits, probably best known mostly, I think, probably for L.A. Law and now for NYPD. And Claire, what do you think? Do you know who we're talking about?
I think he's, I'd say, oh gosh, I think he's 51.
51.
Maybe.
I love when you guess and everybody goes through like that, like they're suffering from pain, like people sticking little wooden pegs underneath their fingernails.
Well, they're all younger than me, no matter what.
Yeah, I think he's 37, 590. Oh, I don't know, but then again, maybe I don't know. And that hurts. It hurts. Stop that. Stop sewing my eyelids open. I want to sleep.
It's the pain of it all.
Oh, he'll probably kill me.
Who'll kill you, Jimmy Smits? Are you? What are you into, S&M? Is that you kind of hoping for that? Are you? Okay. I like to bring a little lust into the birthday game because there's very little else.
I wish I made him younger than me.
How old are you, Claire?
Oh, I'm not telling.
Okay. Larry, how old do you think Jimmy Smits is?
47, Mom.
47. Okay. Okay, and Hope?
38.
38. Okay, and Ken?
Well, I'm going to have to say it again, and I know this is going to set off the impression. 39.
How about if I don't do it? Would that make you feel better? But, because I don't like to do it more, oh, there I go. I you say it, and I can't stop,
I'm going to guess that for everyone.
Okay. You just love the way I do that. I wish there was some age that could set me off doing Mason Adams. You know who Mason Adams is? The guy with the... If it's Smuckers, it's with a name like Smuckers, it's got to be good. I've been watching the reruns of the Lou Grant show. It's where the Los Angeles Tribune thing. Yeah. Been watching that at all. It's on A&E twice a day, 9 in the morning and 5 o'clock at night, Lou. Is that right, Rossi? and I'm sitting, especially the one in the... the one in the morning, I guess, or maybe the one in the evening when I'm just about getting up ready to come in here. And so I'm sitting on the edge of the bed watching L.A., the Lou Grant show, and he comes on, and I'm trying to perfect my imitation of it because I'm trying to get him on the program so we can both talk the same way.
Well, actually, you could just talk for him. You could just tell everybody he was on the program.
That's right. I could do that. I
could impersonate him the whole time.
I could do that. Excuse me, Mason. You started out in radio, did you not, in radio soaps as Pepper Young? That's right, Norm. I was in Pepper Young's family. I was Pepper Young. You probably weren't even born because you sound so young and good-looking. Back in the 30s, I was supposed. Is that right? Before there was even a Smuckers, as a matter of fact. Right? Is that right, Rossi? Right, Lou? I could do that.
Who would know very quickly, no.
Okay. I could have him being interviewed by Arthur Godfrey, too. Would that be good? I could throw
Except for that would be a little less realistic since he's dead.
He's dead, yeah, but that's true.
Well, it could be a rerun, I guess.
Yeah, actually, Mason Adams is the only live person I've ever imitated. I just usually imitate just dead people, so they have no way of striking back.
Well, when you try to get him on the show, you can make him feel special by telling him that. Usually, I reserve my impressions for strictly dead people, but for you, I made an exception.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But anyway, what do you think, Mason? I've tried this product that you talk about with the Smucker stuff. I kind of like it, but then again, when you're dead, your taste buds get some kind of, I don't know, they're not as sharp as they are when you're alive. If you know what it's. So I hope I'm not insulting you. Not at all, Mason. Not at all, Arthur. What is your name, Arthur? Is he insulting me, Roxy? Oh, God. Hey, wait, Rick, how old is Jimmy Smits?
I'll say 48, Norm.
I forgot who we were talking about. Okay, 48. Okay, actually, Jimmy Smits is 37.
Oh, my God.
Hope said 38. Oh. She wins that round.
So close.
Oh, yeah.
So close. And yet so far.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually, I think, the first Dumb Birthday game where I've known everybody so far. I think know who they are.
No, there's some interest. No, I think you're going to know just about everybody.
But it's not helping.
No, it's worse.
Well, no, you said 39 for Jimmy Smits. You were only a couple of years off. You were very close. Very close. Oh, yes. How about Brian Dennehy? The big fat guy?
Oh, he was just on Saturday Night Live tonight.
Oh, was he?
On a rerun, yeah.
Yeah, he's an excellent actor. I love watching him. The pictures I have here, although that he was in, 10, was he in that terrible movie, 10?
Oh.
I never saw that.
I never did either. That's, I guess, why I'm asking. Presumed Innocent, yeah. FX2, and the Cocoon films. But he's been in a ton of other things. He's in about everything. One of these big guys, always a detective stuff, not always, but very often that.
I think he had a TV show just recently about, didn't he just have a TV show on that, like last season or the season before, it didn't last very long, it was a detective thing, and I don't remember the name of it, and I don't think, by judging by the reaction I'm getting, I don't think anybody else has ever seen it either, so I'll just let it die at that.
Okay. What's that?
It was probably just one episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. You see him a lot.
Oh yeah, he's in a lot of movies.
Okay, anyway, today is his birthday. He was born July 9th. Also Brian Dennehy. And we'll start with you, Rick. What do you think?
I'll say 57, Norm.
57, okay. And let's see, Hope, what do you say?
48.
Hope says 48. And Larry?
55.
55.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
What would you say instead then, Larry? Well, you want to say, you can still say 55 if you want to.
No, say 56.
Okay, Claire says 56. And Ken?
I was going to say 55 also, so I'll go with 54 just to make it a nice little spread there.
That's nice. You're all close. Actually, 57 is correct.
Oh, man.
That's Rick who's walking away with this whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, Rick said 57, hit it right on the button. Rick has got 3 out of 4.
I don't have this kind of luck in the lottery.
You're not cheating. Do you have a list of actual things? You're just.
I have a witness sitting right in front of me. She's watching me, make sure I don't cheat. My wife.
Okay.
She woke up and she says, "Who the heck are you calling?"
I know who you're talking to at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Today is also the birthday of Ed Ames, of the Ames brothers, the singer. He was born in Malden. So you might say he's kind of local. I guess that's about as local as you can get. He played Mingo, a Cherokee Indian, on the Daniel Boone TV series.
Sure.
This always strikes me funny. Some guy from Malden, a Jewish guy from Malden playing a Cherokee Indian. I mean, sometimes
It's believable.
It's like me playing the same thing. Anyway, he started out with the Ames brothers, and later on his own, they did such tunes as R-A-G-G-G-G-G-G, Rag Mop, yeah, Rag Mop. All kinds of big tunes like that. His biggest hit was My Cup Runneth Over from the musical I Do, I Do. That was kind of a pretty song. When I lay waking up in the middle of the night,
What year was that?
I think of, I don't know, it doesn't say. That actually doesn't, there are no dates listed in this thing at all. And anyway, he's thinking of all the lovely things that have happened to him. And he thinks as he's lying there, my cup runneth over, which is a nice thought. It's a pretty song. Also, I think it was Ed Ames who was on that classic Johnny Carson show where,
Oh, no.
let me see, do you remember the hatchet thing? They threw a hatchet and it landed
Oh,
in
yes.
a very interesting part of his body.
Yes.
So it looked like
Yes.
it looked like an organ. It looked like a male organ. I mean, that's where it landed, right between his thighs. And it was sticking out like that. I don't know how I can say this delicately with it and still express what I'm saying.
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah, I think so. But they used to run that. Each year they would do, or every now and then, they would run an anniversary show of Johnny Carson. They always show that scene. And the audience went crazy, or just by the well, I'm going crazy now. Oh. Okay, anyway, that's Ed Ames. Let's see. We'll start with Claire. What do you think?
Okay, 74.
74. Okay, and
No, he's older than me.
that could be. We'll find out in a moment.
Yeah.
Larry, what do you say?
I think Clay is pretty close up there, but I'm going to come down a little bit. I'm going to say about 68.
Okay, 68. And Ken, what do you say?
I'll say 72.
Oh, and Hope?
67.
67. Rick, what do you think?
I'll say 69, Norm.
69. Okay, Ed Ames actually is 66.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, now Larry said 68, and no, but Hope said 67. That's right, she just, you pardon the expression, nosed you out, which is kind of an exciting thing, and that ought to be your prize right there. Anyway, 67. So Hope wins that. Hope has got 2 correct answers. Rick has got 3, and nobody else has any correct answer.
No.
So this is a tough battle between Rick and Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly McGillis. Remember Kelly McGillis?
Oh, yeah.
She was in The Accused, Top Gun, and she was in Witness with, what's his name? Indiana Jones.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, yeah, that's right. Okay. Kelly McGillis. That's a great name. I love that. Kelly McGillis. That
I
could
wonder
be.
if it's a real name.
My daughter's first name, Kelly.
Is it? Yeah. No, that apparently is her real name, Kelly McGillis. Oh, I am Kelly McGillis, and watch me do my little dance. I am Kelly. Anyway, let's see. Let's start with you, Ken. How old is Kelly McGillis? McGillis.
Let's see. It's interesting that there's a song named after her like that. Let's see here.
Well, I think she's worth it.
I'd say probably 30.
30, okay. And Hope?
She's a very mature 30.
I think she's older than that. After I said it, I wanted to take it back.
No.
Well, you can because nobody else has guessed yet. Well, I don't suggest that you take it back. I'm not suggesting that you're off.
Well, I might have hit fair and square. No taking it back.
You know, you're a gentleman. You're a class act. You know that?
He is.
What are you doing in broadcasting? You'll never become a manager, that's for sure. Hope, what do you think?
35.
35. Okay, and Claire?
33.
33. Okay, Rick?
I'll say 42 now.
42. And what would you say, Larry?
I'll say 36, huh?
36. Okay, she's actually 38. So I believe you, Larry, come the closest. Let's see, you said 36.
Great.
Okay, and nobody said 40. That's you. Hey, it's Larry, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Here's an interesting one. I don't know whether you know this or not. Maybe you do, and maybe you know his age. But today's the birthday, that is July 9th, of O.J. Simpson.
Oh, no.
No, wait, I've never heard of him. He's one of the ones I haven't heard of.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that name at all, but I'll take a wild guess.
No, you'll take a... Don't say it.
A wild stab.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad.
Well, I bloody well hope you're right on that one. This kind of interesting, the way these described in the book. Is this Football Hall of Famer, accused murderer. You don't find many descriptions of people like that. He's born Oriental James Simpson in San Francisco, California. And there's a lovely little sketch of him accused of killing his ex-wife, Nicole, and her friend Ronald Goldman in 1994. I'm not poking fun at the murders of these people because that's tragic, but it's just kind of interesting the way they have included it and the kind of description which you don't find with many other people.
Especially since the case isn't settled yet. Usually, if it was a book like that, or like a reference book, you think that they would somehow figure out another way to word it, or
there's no way entirely. The way they're describing it is accurate. He's a former football star turned sportscaster, TV commercial pitchman, and actor. He won the Heisman Trophy in 1968 and set an NFL rushing record. And where was he rushing to at the time? Anyway, that was a cheap stab. I said it again. Okay, O.J. Simpson. Let's see. We'll start with you, Hope. How old do you think O.J. Simpson is?
45.
45.
Well, that's good.
Okay. What did we used to do before there was this O.J. Simpson trial?
I don't remember.
Did we talk to each other or anything? Or did we have
about
another?
Lorena Bobbitt, I think.
Before that, it was the Stewart case.
Yeah, actually, in between there was is it the Amy Stewart? Is that what you? Amy Fisher, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Stewart, Amy Fisher, yeah. Right. We always have some kind of thing to keep us busy.
Some kind of fun talk. It's kind of, you wonder what's going to be after O.J. Simpson.
What are we going to do?
Or all the other smaller things that we could be missing out on.
Or the Menendez brothers. We talked about them for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, life is just full of just so darn much excitement. Okay, what do you think, Rick?
I'll say 46, Norm.
46. Okay, and Larry?
I'm going to say 47.
Oh.
You sound like you're in pain, Claire. Is that okay? What would you say?
That's what I'm going with, 47.
47. Okay. And Ken?
I'll go. You know what's funny? They didn't even mention the Naked Gun movies that he was in.
Oh, that's right, too. And those were funny movies.
Yeah, that was a pretty big thing to be in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They don't mention any movies in here at all. Or they don't mention the automobile rental Hertz thing or...
all that practice running through airports.
Yeah, that's right.
I think his first movie was Towering Inferno.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he played a security guard.
Really?
His big thing is he saves a cat.
Oh.
I don't know. You know, there's something kind of ironic about that. I don't know exactly what. But anyway.
All I remember is he saves the cat and he leaves Paul Newman to save about 3 or 4 people. You know, you see him and then he takes the cat and away he goes.
You don't think that was kind of an omen? Should we have read something
know.
into that, maybe known what was coming as a result?
Well, who knows?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was allegedly coming?
Yes.
Allegedly.
Okay, what do you think, Ken?
Well, I will say 43 and rest my case.
Oh.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's so objectionable.
we must get his age beyond a reasonable doubt. Actually, he's 48 years old today. 48. So let's see, the 47s would have it. That'd be Claire and Larry.
Finally.
Okay, Larry, you have 1, and Larry has 2. So does Hope. And but Rick is still leading with 3, and we have the final one. Well, maybe not the final. Well, yeah. This is Fred Savage. He played Kevin Arnold on TV's Emmy Award-winning series The Wonder Years. His films include Princess Bride and Little Monsters. Do you all know who Fred Savage is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that TV show.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We'll start with you, Hope. Fred Savage. How old do you think he is?
20.
20. Okay. And Rick?
Yeah, I'll say 22.
20 also. And Larry?
I'm going to go with 22.
22. And Claire?
25.
What do you think, Ken?
I'll say 21.
21. This is exciting now because now we've had all the guesses in.
Oh, boy.
And now we check the actual age of Fred Savage, which is he's 19. 19. I think that means Rick and Hope again. Yeah, Rick and Hope both said 20.
I just can't get a break here.
I know that kid. You come very close.
Sad game for me.
It's unusual to know, you know, we've pretty much known everybody that's on the list, too.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Today we had a plethora. I love words like that. They're
people.
so purpose. Of well-known people. Plethora of well-known people. So it looks like Rick has just has done very well with. I can't say he's walked away with it. He's got 4, which is very good. But Hope has 3, which is also very, very good.
I'm chasing you, Rick.
Oh.
You might even say we had a plethora of popular personalities.
Yes. As a matter of fact, there's one other one, too. We hadn't got, in fact, a couple others that you probably would know were also born on July 9th. I'll mention their names, although we can bring an end to the game, but you can just tell me what you think. One is Lee Hazelwood. Had a hit with Nancy Sinatra in 1967 called Jackson. He co-wrote most of Duane Eddy's material. You all know Lee Hazelwood? Kind of a country and western thing.
Kind of a...
No way.
That sort of ruins the
plethora.
Well, no,
plethora of popular personalities.
Yeah, but no, we were through that. See, this is just extra. So that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I didn't include him with the plethora of well-known personalities. I didn't know that he was well-known enough. But anyway, he is 66 years old today. Debbie Sledge, she and her sisters...
Sledge?
The Sister Sledge, the biggest record, We Are Family, in 1979.
Sure.
Which is the theme song. It's been the theme song, I guess, of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I didn't realize that baseball teams had theme songs.
I didn't know that either.
I remember that. That's when Staggio was playing. down in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Do you know how it goes? That we have.
I got all my sisters with me.
Very good, Ken.
Okay, anyway.
I thought ZZ was music free.
Uh-oh.
No, that's right.
They're gonna come arrest Ken now.
I guess I'll keep my night job.
Okay, Debbie Sledge, anyway, is 41. I'm mentioning this for people having birthdays. When it's your own birthday, you wonder, hey, who else is having a birthday? I wonder who else is. That's why I mention these other people. Also, James Hampton, do you know that person, an actor?
Oh, yeah.
He was on the Doris Day show, and he was in Love American Style, and on TVs, he was in Evening Shade. Or still is, I guess, maybe.
Was he on F Troop?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he's in Burt Reynolds' Longest Yard movie, too. I just watched that tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's
for about the 100th time,
the football team inside the prison?
Yeah.
Yeah. James Hampton, who is 59 years old today. And let's see. Well, that's pretty good. And Mitch Mitchell, who he's a drummer. He was with Jimi Hendrix, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. And all along the Watchtower, I guess he was on that album. I don't know that one at all. But anyway, he's...
Bob Dylan song.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's 49 years old today. Also, Jim Kerr, or Kerr, from Scotland, lead singer for the group Simple Minds. Do any of you know that group?
I do.
I've heard of it.
Do you know that one, Simple Minds?
Yeah, sure. They had that hit that was in that Anthony Michael Hall movie, Breakfast Club. That's what it was.
That's right. That's right. The Breakfast Club. The hit was "Don't You Forget About Me." And today is also the birthday of one dead person. Hold on a minute. I told you I'm not dead, Rossi. I'm the only one he can imitate who's not dead. No, Elias...
It's going to be a shame when he dies.
Oh, don't wish that on the poor soul. Okay. Right, Lou? I'm never going to die. Right, Lou? Hold the back page for that one, Lou. Anyways, the inventor, Elias Howe, invented the sewing machine.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know he was born in Spencer, Massachusetts, right here in this state? He couldn't earn enough to support his family, and his wife took in sewing to make extra money. While watching her, Elias got the idea for a sewing machine. I remember that moment. He would say, I don't know why you're using the needle and thread. I saw Rossi sewing with this machine. I think we could do something that way. So in 1845, Elias Howe demonstrated his invention and easily beat 5 women who were sewing by hand. And they said, boy, what a smart ass you are, there, fella.
I'm surprised they had a speed contest for sewing.
We need some guy to come along. We've been sewing this way for generations. This guy's going to come along with a little thing with needles and junk on it, and he beats us. Who is he?
They were actually really smart. I mean, they were smart. They allowed him to win because they figured that...
maybe it'll be easier for us later on. But sales were slow until the Civil War, when thousands of uniforms had to be made quickly. It sounds like a Woody Allen plot. Yes, we have about 130,000 men under in our army now, and we're going to need 180,000, maybe a few more than that, too, in case they soil some uniforms. Is there any way we can sew them together very quickly?
Choice of color, gray or blue.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of like the Woody Allen movie Bananas.
Yeah.
Where he comes down from the mountains and he's going in to order some stuff bring back to take out food. I'd like 20,000 coffees, 19,000 black, and 1,000 with some sugar and cream, and 240,000 hamburgers. And anyway, maybe it isn't like that. It's probably not like that at all. No, it's not like that at all. Anyway, if Elias Howe were alive today, he'd be about, he'd be like 170 years old or more.
He probably wouldn't be looking so good.
He didn't look too good even then, the truth. Well, that's right there, Russ. I was around then, He didn't look good then even, and he was in his prime.
Did Mason Adams ever do a commercial for Newprint? The little yellow pill?
Probably. He did.
Oh, yeah,
Mason Adams did commercials for everything. He's on about every commercial. And the ones he's not on, you can tell they couldn't get him because they get a guy who sounds like him. Sort of talks a little like him. But for a while, he was doing everything. That's true, but, I'm available. And I really can sell. Just give me the product and the sales zoom. Right, Rossi? I think I'm getting silly now. Anyway, I want to thank you. And the winner, of course, Rick.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You were the winner. That's right. You had 4 correct answers.
A lot of people say I'm a winner.
You are a winner, Rick. Yeah. So hang in there, and you'll talk to Hope.
Okay.
And she'll probably flirt with you on the phone, and it'll be disgusting.
That's fine.
But she'll take your name and address.
Okay.
In fact, she's already left the studio moments ago to talk with you on the phone, and we'll send something really junky out to you, something really tasteless and worthless.
Well, I'll be waiting for it.
Okay. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah. Take care now.
Oh, you too. And Larry, you're okay. Thanks a lot for being part of all of this.
It's a lot of fun, though.
It was fun having you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And that goes for you too, Ken.
I can't wait till next Saturday night.
That's
right. We can do it all again.
So we'll do it again. That's true. I'm excited about that also. Okay.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Ken. And Claire?
Oh, it's been a pleasure. I was hoping I could win one of those paper keychains.
Oh, that's true, actually.
I'm a Frenchman. I could get a frog. I'd love one of those.
That's true. Actually, I forgot. In the gifts that we sent away, the worthless gifts,
Right.
there is the keychain, which is kind of nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have just a few more of those left, so we'll give those up.
Anything to have one of those.
Well, we're kind of hoping that next year, during the peeper season again, which, as you know, is the end of March, beginning of April, that we may be able to get a whole batch more than this year and all that kind of stuff. So we'll do it again if you can hold in through another bad winter.
Oh, right.
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling, Claire. I appreciate you part of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Norm was on fire with his impressions in that episode. Let me take a minute to thank all my patrons and coffee buyers. Fred just kept the old hot cup of joe going with the purchase last week. If you would like to become one of the blessed, please click on the links in the description box below. Any help is appreciated. Closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier than we found it. For the bustling metropolis of Middleton, Mass. Playing with Norm. First-timers, Punjab perfections. Exciting concepts. Intimate knowledge of Lisa Gibbons. Fairly good-sized orchestras. Jack Benny. Birthday game lust. Mason Adams. Smuggers. Lou Grant. Rossi. Arthur Godfrey. Impressions of dead people. Big fat guys. Mingo. Landing right between the thighs. Being nosed out. Taking a stab at it. Hall of Fame accused murderers. Lives filled with excitement. Plethoras. Sports team theme songs. Sewing machine smartasses. That little yellow pill, Nuprin. The flirty Hope Schauer. The sad, sad, sad Ken Newman. And the good-looking, talented, and somewhat debonair Norm Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.
It looked like an organ. It looked like a male organ. I mean, that's where it landed, right between his thighs. And it was sticking out like that. I don't know how I can say this delicately with it and still express what I'm saying.
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah.